I am Payal, your own study abroad expert. I'm really glad to know that a lot of viewers have reached out to us, sharing with us that they have really benefited from this information that we give in the videos, and this has really helped them to make a right career choice. And I'm really happy that I'm able to contribute in some way so that people are able to fulfill their international dreams. So before I go forward, I would, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, subscribe to our channel right now. So in this video, we're going to talk about the admission requirements in various Australian universities and how we can go about funding our education when we want to study in Australia. Now, the first step is that you would shortlist a course and you would decide which university you want to go to. Once you have shortlisted the course, you might apply in 4-5 universities, and then you would wait for the outcome. So your profile is going to be assessed by the admission officer of different universities, and based on their requirements and your profile, you would get an offer letter. Now, once you get an offer letter, your GTE assessment is going to be done. So what is GTE? It's Genuine Temporary Entrant Assessment, which also includes the financials. So the universities want to make sure that you are a genuine student and you really are keen to study the course in their university. Then you want to stay in Australia temporarily. So definitely that's one of the concerns, that they do not want people to get settled in their country, and your entire statement of purpose and whatever you write should depict that this is going to be a temporary stay and you would definitely come back after you finish your education. And then all your financials have to be submitted, and once that happens, you would get an unconditional offer letter. So with the unconditional offer letter, you will have to pay the tuition fees, and after that you will get a COE, which is the confirmation on enrollment. So after you get your COE, which is confirmation of enrollment, you would apply for visa. So you have to make sure that all your documents are completed, and then only it will be easy to get your visa. Now let's talk about the academic requirements. So to get the offer letter, you should meet the basic academic requirements. If you want to do an undergraduate course, directly, then you should have got 60 to 65% in your class 12th. But if you've got lesser than that, which is 55 to 60% in your class 12th, then you will have to do your undergraduate course using a pathways program, where you might have to do 1 or 2 semesters extra, depending on how much less your percentage is and what is the requirement of the university, so that you will have to pay for that semester extra, so that you're able to reach up to the level of the other students who have a higher academic requirement, or probably who have a better academic record. So to get into a PG program, a master program, you should have done your bachelor degree with a good percentage, equivalent to an Australian degree. So then you'll be able to get directly into a master program. Now the next requirement is meeting the English proficiency requirement. So you should write IELTS or PTE. So IELTS is International English Language Testing Services, and PTE is Pearson Test of English. So you can write either of them. If you write IELTS, then most of the universities have a requirement that you should get overall 6.5 at least, and at least 6 in each module. And your PT score should be at least overall 58, and in each module you should get at least 55. Some of the universities accept lower IELTS requirement also, where you should get overall 6, and your each module requirement is about 5.5. And similarly for PTE, you could get overall 50 as well. So it depends on the university. There are few universities who would accept lower requirement, but if you want to get your visa approved, it's always it's always good to get a good score in English proficiency exams, because that would really increase the chances of success of visa clearance. So that is very important. Now the next is, as we discussed, GTE. That's a very important requirement which needs to be cleared before you have your unconditional offer letter in hand. So through this, the universities are able to filter out the genuine students from the non-serious students. So this GT assessment is done at three levels. It is done at the agent level, at the university level, and also at the level of Australian High Commission, while they are passing your visa, while they're giving you the visa. So there are various parameters which need to be considered while your GT assessment is being done. The first is your gap year in your education would be considered, and you will have to justify any kind of gap in your education. Second is your marital status. Third is if you have an immigration history. Fourth is your employment history. Then all your financials are going to be considered, and then the university need to be convinced that how the course would help you in your personal and professional growth, and the economic situation of your home country, and what are the chances of your returning back to your country. So any incentives of coming back to the home country, that is something that needs to be clearly mentioned or covered while you are writing your statement of purpose, because as I said, they want to understand your intention of going there. So, and the next thing is the relevance of course with respect to the student's background. So all these parameters are being considered in your GTE assessment, um, which, as I just said, is very important. Now let's try to understand how should we arrange our financial documents. So who should, sponsor you? Your parents could be your sponsor, your siblings could be your sponsors, your grandparents, maternal or paternal, your maternal uncle or aunt, your paternal uncle or aunt. Now, the sponsorships that you get from any relative other than your parents or your siblings should be restricted to 30%. And what type of banks are accepted? You could have your funds in nationalized banks, private banks, international banks, and the funds in credit societies are not accepted at all. Now, what type of funds are accepted? You could have your funds in the form of savings in your account in the form of liquid cash, or in the form of fixed deposits, or you could take the education loan. You could also show PPF, which is public provident fund. No other provident fund is accepted. So the annual income of the sponsor that you show should be combined at least 8 to 10 lakhs per annum. It shouldn't be less than that, because you would need that much funds. And if you are showing the availability of liquid funds, then that has to include 1 year tuition fees, 1 year living expenses. Then it will also take care of your insurance and travel that you will have to show. So that much funds should be there in your account. So I hope you got some good idea on how you can apply to Australian universities. In the upcoming videos, we'll give a lot of more detailed information on how to arrange your funds and different ways of doing that. And I hope this video was useful. Just stay tuned in with us, and we would give you a lot of latest updates about different courses, universities, and different ways to fulfill your dreams to study abroad. So like and share this video with all your friends, and if you've not subscribed to us till now, subscribe to us right now. Thank you.